Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and thanks for being here and trying to figure out ways to how to make things better for people who are living in the cities. So we are doing something in India, and in India, people commute via these auto rickshaws. A lot of people commute via auto rickshaws, so I think you can see it over the screen. And Jugnu is a platform which brings these auto rickshaws on basically on internet, and you can be able to ride them through a mobile application. So first, I will try to describe you the commuting problem in India. In India, in general, people have like 4 options to commute, and those are like metro, buses, auto rickshaws, or taxis. And in general, if you look at it, the metro is not in all the cities. It is developing, and it is developing at its own pace. And people rely on buses, and buses are often overcrowded like this just because of the sheer amount of population and just somehow the cities are not able to catch up with their numbers. So still, a lot of people commute via auto rickshaws. Like approximately, if you look at, like there are 5 million auto rickshaws in India, and some 30 million people commute via these auto rickshaws. And if you look at the whole sector in general, it's very unorganized. I mean, so every driver is independent on his own, and so there's no abstraction on top of them to unify their services or set expectations between commuters and the drivers. So this video describes like how a commuter, when he tries to hail a auto rickshaw, what he faces. So it's often difficult to figure out which auto rickshaw has a passenger and which does not, and commuters are often confused and they try to catch almost every auto rickshaw out there, and so it's quite a messy process in general. Just to describe it, we are at the tropics, and it's quite warm over there, much warmer than here. So yeah, and the last point which comes is like, as I told you, that the drivers are very much independent on their own. So they have a choice that we want to go to that place or not, at what fare we want to go. And so this kind of a mismatch in expectation happens almost every day. And for the drivers in general, if you look at the whole set of drivers, it's not very good because they have to wait for a lot of people all the time, and something which is also affecting their income. So this is where Jugnu comes in. So we looked at this problem somewhere around in November 2014, and we decided that this thing is missing, and there are so many auto rickshaws out there which we can put on a platform. And so we decided to give these people smartphones, which was like we were thinking whether they will be able to use it or not, but luckily they were. And so we provided them these smartphones on rent with the data connection, and with which we are able to locate these auto rickshaws in the city, and provided the customers with applications so that they can hail these auto rickshaws. So the drivers who came on our platform, so it was more easier for customers to hail them, so they start flocking on our platform, and the drivers started getting more rides, so their earnings roughly started getting doubled as compared to their previous situation. So we launched in November 2014, and till then, like over these 19 months, we are now in 30 cities, and some 3 million people have used our platform up till now. There are approximately still 10,000 auto rickshaws on our platform, and we are growing. So our applications are present on all the app stores, and recently we launched a bot on the Facebook Messenger platform. So on the Facebook Messenger, you see a Jugnoo icon there, you tap on it, and then you can talk to that bot. It's an AI bot, and you can describe it the location, and it will book an auto rickshaw for you, and the driver will contact you. So you can see it over here, how that works. So here the request goes, and the name of the driver comes here. So this is something we found out is very useful for lot of people who we found them, they uninstall the application for some reason, and we found out that people sometimes do not have a lot of space on their phones, and they try to keep less applications on their phone, and since they have Facebook, it's more easier for them to do the transaction from there. And if you look at, like, on a whole, what impact Jugnu has on the cities. So apart from making it easier for people to hail auto rickshaws, which they end up doing a lot, that is something it's helpful about. It also helps reducing the idle time which auto rickshaws have when they are moving from one place to another without any passenger, and which leads to reduced emission. And further, we have now introduced ride sharing on our platform as well, so that multiple people can hail the same auto rickshaw if they're going in the same direction. And if you look at the other side of the story of the drivers, and you will see that these drivers, when they come on the Jugnu platform and they started to get into an organized sector and their income starts increasing, it's very helpful for a city in general, because a lot of these drivers are from migrant communities, so they come from rural areas to the cities in search of jobs. And because of low skill set needed, they often end up becoming these auto rickshaw drivers. And so if we are providing them a good income, it is something which helps building a strong social fabric of the city. These people are able to provide their children good education and better lifestyle to their families. So we are we are in these 30 cities in India right now, and we are trying to scale up to other cities, like tier 3 cities, which, as if you look at it, they will come as the internet penetration, mobile penetration, and smartphone penetration will go, and we will keep on expanding in those cities as well. And this is something else we're trying with the infrastructure we have at this point of time. Can we do deliveries using these auto rickshaw drivers? So that is something we are doing a pilot in our city where we are based in Chandigarh. And so we are trying to send them the request from deliveries, some pickups from the merchants, some goods from one. They go to a merchant and they pick some goods, and then they take them and deliver them to the location the merchant wants them to deliver, in the similar fashion like the hailing the auto rickshaw. So thanks a lot, guys, for being so patient, and thank you.